going, train fam? Well, I'm just getting over my hangover of the new Lionel 2022 catalog and also the Patriots lost last night. What better thing to do then would be to come downstairs and do a nice little layout update for my train fam. It's been a while and this would be layout update number 3. So why don't you guys come along and join me and I'll show you what we have done for some progress down here. Okay, just had a sip of my liquid gold, my morning coffee. And we're gonna start over here on the northern end of the layout. And you're gonna see this RS3 loco coming through right now. Now, this loop is a 072 loop with this switch right here. It's a 072, 096. And the RS3 is gonna make its way onto the main line. Now, right now we've got a Boston and Maine Central passenger train parked on the siding, which is eventually going to turn into a 4-track yard. And this yard is going to go all the way down the layout until you see the other 4-track switch down there. So it's going to be a decent yard. So none of these buildings are set in stone right now at all. I just kind of have them propped up. These guys are powered. And as you see right here, the RS3 makes its way underneath the bridge. So the main line is basically a figure 8. It's going to make its way past this road freight right here I have parked in the back, up a little bit of a grade, and down to the southern end of the layout. As you can see over there, we're going to have some type of water scene eventually. That's the Lionel Lighthouse. I'm really glad that I grabbed one of those. I got that at a really good price. And now we're making our way back around the other side of the southern end with another 096, 072 switch. And the RS3 is making its way up the grade to go over the bridge. So this is a great shot right here. This is the over-under. I really love this part of what we've done down here. It's just a great scene, something that you'd see in New England a lot, probably in other places of the United States as well, of the world. But we're loosely basing this part of the layout right here, or actually the whole layout, off of a town in Massachusetts where I grew up called Reedville. It was an old New Haven, yard, and when I grew up, it was all Conrail, and there were humongous road freights coming off of different lines, and there was a big yard that we would always see, big Conrail engines, 6-axle U-series engines. But basically, enough of that. You'll see the engines coming back through again, and it made its loop. So that's basically the main line. It's a 1-track main line. I didn't really plan for a 2-track main line, although I may try to get some other kind of, main line in here so I can get multiple trains running at once. Right now we can run multiple trains at once on the big figure 8. It's a good size figure 8, but it would be nice to have 2 separate main lines. Okay, so speaking of the main line, one of the interesting features of this, single track main line is the trains can be reversed twice, which is nice. So as you see, the locals coming around this part of the southern end, and it's not going to take the switch right now because I don't have it wired. But if this local were to take this switch and come into the yard, this is where it could reverse its direction. So if you'll see here, it could come down here, take one of the tracks. Obviously this train wouldn't be here, and it's going to follow the yard through and back on this switch. So we'd be now reverse direction, and if we wanted to, we could go back over the bridge, and that's a good example right there, reversed. So that's one way the train can reverse. So now as the local comes through the northern end, if we wanted to reverse it again, we could throw this switch right here, and the train would go down through the yard where this passenger trains parked. And it would pick up this switch down here, go through that switch, around past the water scene, and then it has the option of this rear switch back here to either go onto the line that the road freight's on, or take the switch back down and go through underneath the bridge again. Okay, so speaking of that switch on the southern part of the layout, now this is another way to reverse the trains. If the train was to take that switch and go the opposite direction of the road freight, it would come down this elevated level right here, as you can see, down past the bridge and the really high part of the track, part of the main line, excuse me. And then we're gonna get to the back of the layout. Okay, so here's another shot. As you can see, if we come down, follow this road freight past the Citgo sign, which is prototypical of Boston, actually. We get to the back here, which is gonna have a 3-track industrial area, or three-spur industrial area, I should say. So you're gonna see that we're gonna put buildings back there for 3 different sidings and 3 different industries. It's gonna be a really cool place to bring cars to and drop them off. Now we are at the back of the layout where the industries are gonna be. And as you can see, there's the track that goes over the bridge. That's the main line. This is the main line spur that's in the back that's elevated off of the layout. And basically, this switch is gonna stay in place. That's gonna be for one industry. And then where this road freight is parked, you're gonna see this track right here, which is going to go in place of where the road freight is sitting. So there's gonna be 3 sidings coming off of this back main, and you'll be able to drop cars and pick them up. And also, somewhere along here, we're gonna be putting a hole in the layout or an access panel so I can basically stand where this nice gentleman is laying down, and I'll be able to access this whole back of the layout, so I won't have to jump on the layout and get back there in case something gets stuck. But all these tracks, right after the switch going off to the right, will have an uncoupling track so we can drop cars off and then pick cars up. And also these bumpers are going to be right up against the wall, so if I want to couple up a train, I can back it up gently into that, and the couplers will couple themselves without smashing the trains together. And I think that's going to be a cool feature. We've also got some new buildings that we just picked up. This is the Woodland Seats, Morrison Doors factory, which I love to death. I think it's a great looking building. It was weathered already from the factory, and it's going to make a great addition to this layout. Also, we picked up the Rail King water tower. We got that from B&F Hobbies that I've been to. You guys have seen the videos a couple of times. And also, I'm getting these guys in order. This is all the building flats from Nick, my friend Nick, PGH Train Fanatic. He's got some amazing building flats. If you guys haven't already seen them, which I'm sure you probably have, but go check out his website, PGH Train Fanatic. We'll be wiring these up once we get some more track in place and everything's finalized with that. So those are gonna look great. We're gonna have them all along the back of the layout. And my wife is going to be doing a nice New England scene on the back wall here. It's gonna be a gray sky, because in New England we deal with a lot of gray skies. We get our share of sunny weather and nice weather in the summertime, but right now in the winter it's basically all gray skies. So I've come to love that, and I think with this wall, the way it's already kind of white, it's gonna make a great looking backdrop. And she's an amazing artist, so I'm giving her a shout out right now, and hopefully you guys will see that, or the start of it, pretty soon. I might actually do some blue skies down there by the water, but I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see. And just to round out the layout update, why not have a couple of engine updates? So we did end up picking up the nickel plate 765 that came from B&F Hobbies. I love this engine. It came with the Mars light, which is amazing to see. You guys, I'll be doing a nice review on this as soon as I can. So wait for that one. And then we also picked up this I-4 New Haven, which is an amazing, amazing engine. It's a brass Weaver model. It is just out of control how well this engine's detailed. It runs great. It's got TMCC in it. You know, a lot of people knock the TMCC, but I think it still sounds pretty good. So guys, wait for a review on this one as well. It's just an amazing, look at this engine. I mean, it's just beautiful. Lionel, take some notes with this guy. I'm telling you, look at that. Once again, I picked that one up from B&F Hobbies as well. Okay, Train fam, I hope you enjoyed this layout update. It is the dog days of winter here in New England, so we'll be doing a lot more work. And check back for more layout updates. Once again, I hope everybody's in good health and in good spirits. We'll see you next time. Peace.